just as long as Guinevere's head came off. That's the beauty of Hydra, a headhunter who had the magic to swap heads across bodies. Off with one head and on with the next. With each head Hydra wore, her personality changed. But while there were subtle changes in character, Hydra had always been Hydra. Different look, different speech, but always good-hearted and in control of her actions. Until Gwen. Gwenevere lacked a heart, let alone goodness. Plus, her idea of being in control meant controlling everyone else, no matter what was best for Camelot. That's what made her dangerous. If I used Excalibur to remove Guinevere's head, the sword's holy magic would sever the connection to Hydra, and that vile, conniving Gwen would become nothing more than a decrepit skull. Of course, I had no idea what that would do to Hydra, and if she would return to her old self with a new head on her shoulders. Before Hydra started using Guinevere's head, Hydra had a few lucid moments a day, breaking through Gwen's tyrannical existence. Though it had been weeks since I'd seen a trace of Hydra's wobbly, multicolored eyes shining through. A hand grabbed my shoulder and jerked me, pulling me back to the here and now. Mordred gestured angrily. I did the same in return and mouthed, "You were supposed to go left, moron! You're in the way! Move!" I raised Excalibur to hurry him along. He shook his head and pointed down the hall. A little cloud of glitter drifted across the floor. My gut frosted over. Guinevere's guard beast was coming. If I listened carefully, I could hear the clip-clop of hooves. Enchanted crystal cats decorated the room like a sparkly alarm system. They heard the clip-clop too and started sleepily meowing to alert their master. "What is it, my little ones? Mommy's right here." Gwen yawned and stretched her arms. "Hide," Mordred whispered. I turned to jump in the closet, but Mordred grabbed me by the collar of my tunic and yanked me to the ground. With a swift twist, he rolled us under the bed. The space was cramped, my back resting on Mordred's chest. I couldn't breathe. The feeling of claustrophobia was overwhelming. This was made worse by Guinevere's large girth. Her weight taxed the bed's crossbeams, bowing them toward the floor. The kitties yowled louder. Yes, I'm up." One massive cankle thudded to the floor, then the other. I half expected to hear fee-fi-fo-fum. Mordred grabbed my hip and pulled me back, drawing me nearer to the center of the bed. Nearer to him. Then, in the distance, I saw it. More glitter. The painted glossy hooves that belonged to the pink poofy, 2-foot-tall terror, Mr. Fluffy Pants, the last remaining teacup unicorn nightmare hybrid. 2 weeks ago, I made the mistake of mocking him. I still had the second-degree burns on my thigh to remind me of my error. From now on, even if a creature looks like a hot pink pony, I'll remember that it can still change into a flaming, carnivorous glitter demon in a snap. Mordred tugged on my hip again, though not to bring me closer. His fingers deftly unlaced the pouch at my side. I smacked his hand, but he persisted. He was not to be deterred from the Holy Grail, which was disguised as an inkwell. I still didn't quite understand all the powers it had, but Mordred did, and he was obsessed with it. Obsessed with somehow using it to go back in time to beat Arthur and see his family. I thought he'd given that up in my service. Guess I was wrong. The hand wrestling came to a draw, or rather, we both lost, because the Grail fell out of the pouch and skittered away from us. "What is this?" Gwen reached down and picked up the glowing glass. "I wonder what else is down there." Her musing filled me with dread as she tossed a treat under the bed, which rolled right next to my leg. "Mr. Fluffy Pants, fetch!" Fluffy snorted and dived, his breath scalding. He licked the treat up and bit down on my pants, dragging me out. Mordred let go quickly. He may have even given me a push. It didn't save him.